Old school.
Old school. Awesome. You get to see the behind the scenes when everything's failing.
Well, look at it. It's live.
Yeah.
Hey, folks.
I wasn't kidding.
Hey, folks.
We're live right now on Google Plus, maybe, if it still works.
Those
on the YouTubes. We could be live on the YouTubes.
Who remember the old show? Remember how we used to have a pre-show?
Yeah.
We're doing it tonight.
That's right.
Alpha Geek has fired our ass.
Oh, no, we're just out of our time slot.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
They didn't fire us yet. Not yet. They're working on it.
They will soon, though.
Yeah, we're like Star Trek. They can't decide what time to put us on. Or really, we can't decide what time to put us on.
Yeah, this is mostly just us. Welcome to the most inconsistent show in podcasting.
Jeremy, I don't need your stupid little editorial comments. Jesus.
Everybody needs Jeremy's editorial comments.
Damn it.
That's all Jeremy is.
I didn't make a comment on your stupid little techno music the other show.
Well, you should.
Yeah. I prefer to be polite. Keith, what's your pick?
My nose.
Put your pick in it.
Oh, we have... sorry.
Actually, I do have a pick I can tell you if you want to know now.
So...
What's it called?
There's no music then to start the show?
Yeah. Oh. No, whenever you want to sing.
The show's... We started the show like 5 minutes ago.
The show's
on.
on.
You didn't have a soundboard.
No, I don't have a soundboard. I said you have to sing us in. And my pick is Common Hangouts.
Hello there, folks. Welcome to the Pine of No Return Show, Season 3. As you can see, the network has spared no expense for our opening show. Now, they say the third season of a series is the one where you either hook people or they leave you out to dry. And
oh, that's not good.
Yeah, and we're gonna really knock you dead with this show. We have no production values.
No. Soundboard is gone.
Not all of us have the beer that we're drinking tonight.
No.
Let's see. What else?
I think Google Hangouts is going to explode soon.
So if you've tuned in, and why would you? This is the Pine of No Return Show, a podcast dedicated to drinking beer and shooting the shit. There you go. Put the warning label on it.
No, you have to say fuck to get the label.
We're gonna have to put that on the website. Oh wait, the website's down too.
Gary said the F word.
So
joining
for the love of God, go to PNRShow.com. It doesn't work now.
Joining me in this cavalcade of craziness is...
However, if you wanted to be a domain squatter...
What the hell, dude? You're interrupting me!
If you wanted to be a domain squatter, now would be the time to scoop up the incredibly valuable property that is PNRShow.com.
Yes, we would pay upwards of $1 to get our domain name back.
Not too far up, though.
Joining me, as always, on this insanity are Jeremy, Gary, and Keith. I am Rob, and this is the Pine of No Return Show. And from all of us to all of you, we're sorry.
Truly sorry. I apologize.
Honestly, I thought you were going to say, and good night, we're out.
That might have been better.
I could give you all the ways to contact us and give us feedback, but I don't think I actually want the feedback tonight. So I'll say if you want to come see us, maybe check out, I would have said check out the PNRShow.com, but that website's gone and may have been poached. So iTunes and all the podcast apps are the way to find us. And once again, we wholeheartedly apologize. I'm going to go right into the beer because I think we need to drink. We've been off for a while, and we're going to start something.
Still off.
Yeah, we're still off.
Yeah.
We're going to bring it back with a vengeance with a little stout tonight. From our friends in California, we've got the Mendocino. From their Imperial collection, we've got the Imperial Stout. Celebrating 25 years of brewing excellence. Well, good for you guys. And what do we know about 10% alcohol by volume? What the over the
If anybody needs a good 10%er, it's the 3 out of the 4 of us.
Yeah, we haven't even had a drink yet. This is just going to really just go downhill.
Rob, you found yours?
Yeah, I had it.
Yeah, his father-in-law was too scared.
No,
to
listen. We
I'm the
had a
idiot.
Halloween party the other weekend, and I knew people would be raiding the beer fridge, so I actually took copious amounts of duct tape and duct taped one of the drawers closed and put on it in Sharpie marker, podcast beer, do not drink. And
You should have taken a
lo and
picture of that.
behold, no one drank it.
That's awesome.
So there you go. Yeah, so it's got I got some chocolatey stuff happening here. It's a nice aroma.
Yeah, it smells good.
Maybe a little burnt toffee.
It smells like fall.
Yeah, it does. Oh, thank God we had all the tornadoes and the storms moved through, and now it's like cool 50, 60 degrees. This is the weather I live for in Houston. And I have to tell you, this thing is pouring like cough syrup.
Yeah, that's a pretty serious black to that whole.
Wow.
Even the foam is trying like hell to be black.
The drops are almost like syrup.
Yeah, this is an imperial, and they're not producing this anymore, right, Jeremy?
I don't know if they are. I'm stupid, so
we know Jeremy can't buy it anymore.
I sent this one to my brother somehow because I'm an idiot. So I have a Lagunitas Imperial Stout. My wife looked all over today to find this beer, and she couldn't find it here.
Which Lagunitas Imperial do you have?
Lagunitas Imperial Stout?
It's not the Russian one or the cappuccino?
No, it's just Imperial. Lagunitas Imperial 9.9%.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
So I gotta tell you, folks, this beer really should come with an octane value, because
10%.
Yeah, man. All right, are we ready to drink?
Yes.
Folks, the three of us are going to be drinking the same beer at the same time, and we're going to review it for you live on the air for free. So.
For free?
Wait. No. All y'all who's watching this, stick a quarter in your computer right now. That little slot, quarter in there, that comes to us.
That's no way to talk about our female listeners. All right, so here we go.
Lost it.
The Imperial lost her. Sorry, Cindy. So Imperial Stout coming at you, season 3, episode 1, and from all of us to all of you, fucking A. Right,
we're sorry.
Well, that's got a nice kick to it.
Let me tell you what I just did. I put down half of that.
Did you really?
One sip, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I really needed a shot of something. And, yeah. Woo!
Well, here, I gotta catch up.
Oh! Yeah, that's right.
Oh, this show's only going to get better.
I put a dent in that mofo. All right. Let me just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good beer. Well,
so Untappd doesn't say it's not in production anymore. Usually they say that if a beer has gone out of production, they will say that. I've seen that for some things that I like. Some of the seasonal beers that they do every year, I try to check into an old one. But this one is. Keith, did you just check that?
Rob, I was inspired by Rob.
You know, I got this at the brewery up in Northern California, so it may be that it just doesn't have a very wide distribution then.
Maybe.
Well, it is an anniversary beer, is it not?
I'll stop by the brewery when I go up there for Thanksgiving and see if they have any more.
Let me tell you something.
Oh no.
This is the best stout I have ever had. It is delicious. I enjoyed it.
Wow.
I enjoyed it very much.
As in, it's completely gone. You finished it.
It's totally gone.
Yep. There you go.
Gone.
That's my boy.
This is a sipping beer. This is a kind of like savor.
Actually, you'd be surprised. It goes down pretty damn smooth.
It really goes down very smoothly.
You have a bottle of whiskey to
You can kill it pretty easily.
You want me to take a shot of whiskey? I'll take a shot of whiskey.
I'll go get some. I got some.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm going to enjoy this one.
Why are we
so
getting
Rob's
whiskey?
doing a shot of whiskey. I want to hear what Keith has to say. Did Keith go get whiskey too?
No, I'm still here. I'm wondering why we're getting whiskey.
Because Rob's clearly drunk already. It went right to his head.
Apparently, holy crap! What happened to that man?
It's usually drunk Gary's show, but I guess tonight it's drunk Rob.
Yeah.
Well, this could be fun.
Yeah.
Well, Mendocino Imperial Stout. This is really good. All the flavors are a little on the subtle side, which you don't find in the Imperial Stouts very much. It's got a kind of a subtle coffee, subtle chocolate. It's very smooth, nice kind of dry stout flavor to it. And for a 10% alcohol that smells a little boozy, it really doesn't taste it. It just goes down and it keeps going. You can try sipping it. The problem is stopping sipping it.
Yeah.
So
I want to actually let mine warm up to a little bit more like.
mine was perfect temperature because I only stuck it in the fridge a little while ago, so it actually nailed the temperature, which made it go down. Made it go down real nice. But yeah, that's a damn fine stout. How do we rate these things again? Is it 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
Yeah, that's a.
With 10 being a Pliny and 1 being a Coors.
Well, shit.
Quite a 10 because there's a couple stouts I like better, but not many. I would say I'd give it a 9.
Nice.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I give that a 9. That's a nice 9. What are you doing, Rob?
Well, the alcoholics that came to my party drank all of my Gentleman Jack, so unfortunately,
So what have we moved on to?
Johnny Walker Black Label.
Oh, well, that's not a bad upgrade.
No, but Gentleman Jack's my go-to.
Mm.
But that's all right. I promised a shot, so I'm doing a shot. Shot and a beer, folks. I'm doing it out of order. Probably bad. Oh, okay. Hey, Chihuahua.
And the Ewok drinking phrase was just came out of Rob's
That's right.
mouth.
I feel like taking down an ad at it with a log. A log right here, baby. Who said season 3, episode 1 was gonna suck?
Oh, it's
Haters.
Possibly the worst,
Haters.
best episode ever. I guess the worst episode ever.
All right, so
The
where
best
were we?
version.
This could be awesome.
Where were we with the ratings?
You were going.
Yeah, you're up.
Yeah, I think this is pretty damn good. And I'm talking about the beer, and it was really smooth. Like I said, it's my favorite stout that I've ever had, and I mean it's got the little coffee notes in it that I really usually don't care for, but it's way in the background. It's more of the burnt toffee, and very well blended and nice, smooth. I'm gonna give this a 9.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really good.
Here,
I'm proud of you. Proud of you, Mendocino.
I guess I have to.
You're represented.
Okay, since Jeremy doesn't actually have the beer.
Loser.
Loser, yeah. So this is really good. I don't know that I've ever actually had Mendocino's stouts before. I've definitely had my fair share of their red tail ales, but this is a new one for me. I think, but it's really good. It's a very much an imperial stout on a regular stout, and not too boozy. It looks I mean, you look at it in the glass, and the kind of the lacing and the way it clings to the side is like those really high alcohol beers, and it's 10%, so you would expect that. But to me, you lose that. You don't get that in the flavor, which is good because I don't like those beers that just taste like
it gets
alcohol.
a little boozy. There's
a
some
little
great
bit, but not
stouts,
too bad.
Imperial stouts out there, but they do tend to get boozy fast.
Yeah. The head went away pretty quick for me, and which is okay. But some, on a stout, I like to see a nice big thick head. But it's good. It's got, like Rob said, the subtle flavor, a little bit of the coffee, a little bit of chocolate, but also, like Keith said, some of those are really subtle, and for me, they're a little more subtle than I would like to have. And there's a little bit more of the burnt flavor coming through to kind of take away from the good stuff. So I'm going to give this one a 7. And that's mostly because I'm spoiled and I've had a lot of just amazing imperial stouts, and probably have ruined my taste for a lot of them by having I had an imperial coffee porter, which is close to a stout, the other day. That blew me away. So I'm going to give this a 7. But it's very good. I would certainly buy this again and drink it up. But Yeah, I'm spoiled.
Jeremy, what did this run? Do you remember what this was about?
I have no idea.
Okay. Just curious.
Say hi, Ripley. Hi,
But Gary will let us know when he goes up there.
So that's an 8.3 overall rating,
That's pretty darn good.
which is pretty darn good.
All right, Jeremy, what are you drinking in place of?
Drinking Lagunitas Imperial Stout at 9.9% from Petaluma.
So you're lacking almost 0.2% from us.
I am. This is a really good beer.
Yeah, he's the one that should have had a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a great beer. It's really well balanced, nice stout flavor, not too boozy, very smooth. I think we've had it on the show, haven't we? Have you guys had this?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
We've had a lot of Lagunitas. I don't think we've ever had any of their stouts.
Are you cheating on us with other podcasts?
So we need to maybe we need to do a Lagunitas run. Get you guys.
Yeah, if we can-
We have done Lagunitas on the show. We just haven't done that one.
Yeah, we've had several Lagunitas. We've had brown sugar. We've had that evil copper bullshit replacement for brown sugar.
yeah.
We've had I want to say we've had the IPA.
Probably.
We've had. I think we've had another one too. The censored. I think we had censored.
Oh, that's the copper sensor.
Oh, that's the copper.
Yeah.
Then we had some other red from them too, I think.
Well, we'll have to get some of the Imperial Stouts and send them out to you guys because they're good.
We get Lagunitas out here, but we don't generally see any of the specialty stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly it's the mass production big stuff. Oh, Lagunitas sucks. That was the name of the copper one.
Yeah, that's okay.
We got that one.
So,
And-
Jeremy, what was your rating on that?
I'd give this probably 7 or 8. It's a good beer. I've had it before. It's a good go-to stout.
I had one of those that I let age for I don't know, 18 months or 2 years or something like that. And it was really good.
This seems like it would age really well.
It was
Boozy enough that it should.
The stouts with the big alcohol content to them, these Imperials do age well in general because the flavors only mellow over time and kind of blend together, and the alcohol, the booziness comes off of it a little bit. So they are good ones to throw on the shelf.
Yep.
I have a hard time drinking a beer without going, oh, I want to drink that now.
I just stick them in a cupboard and forget about them. That's the easy way to do it.
It is the better way to do it.
So Beer Advocate gave the Mendocino a score of 87, which is right in line with what we gave it. I think Untapped had about a 4 or something like that, 4-ish,
Pretty
4.5.
close. Yeah.
So we're pretty much in line with the rest of the beer universe.
Almost, yeah.
Which is unusual for us with Rob.
No,
Yeah.
hold on.
It was good. So,
Hello?
we get to listen to the phone call.
Hello?
Welcome to PNRShow, where we listen to Gary's phone calls.
Next, we're going to listen to his wife's cornbread recipe. And coming up later on NPR.
That is the best side for Thanksgiving, by the way. If you don't
Cornbread?
have cornbread on your Thanksgiving table, you're not doing it right.
Well,
So
first
do you
of all,
like
you're not doing it right
cornbread
for-
with
you want-
corn in it or without
you want
corn in it?
cornbread stuffing is what you want.
I'm not a stuffing lover.
I
What?
missed something.
Oh my God, you're not American.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm not a turkey lover either. You know my feelings on Thanksgiving is it's the
What were
worst,
you? Yeah,
worst
I know.
holiday ever, and I'd rather have pizza.
What were you born in another country or something? Yes,
I
he
was.
was. All right, so
Hi.
that's it for our beer segment, which we called To the Pint. But now,
And Thanksgiving segment.
now we've got some topics coming for you in a little segment we like to call Pint Taken. I just remembered Keith doesn't have the soundboard.
There, I just did it. That's your sound effect. I was ready for you to cue me. I was ready.
Okay.
All right.
So we've got some old news and some recently divulged news. First of all, the old news. About a week and a half ago, CBS, your favorite eye-shaped network, decided that they are going to debut a new Star Trek series in 2017. Not quite in time for the show's 50th anniversary, which would be in 2016. But in 2017, they're going to debut a new series. Here's the catch. The first episode of the series is going to air on broadcast television, just like any other show, except Netflix and Hulu and Amazon, which is a lot of shows.
Just like none of the good shows.
Just like a lot of shows, except the ones that aren't. And then all future episodes are going to be featured on the CBS All Access channel, which is going to be their exclusive streaming app.
I believe it's already out. It exists.
It is out there.
Exists. Yeah. Just nobody subscribes to it yet.
Nobody uses it.
Right.
Now, there's been a lot of complaints out there on the interwebs.
$5 a month.
Yeah, it's like $5.99 a month, and with it you can access all of their content from past and present.
Both the original Hawaii Five-0 and the new Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah, basically all
Both
their shows ever. All shows ever that they have ever done are going to be available on CBS. Now, this has caused a lot of chatter, as you might imagine, on the internet community from the Star Trek nerds. A lot of complaints. That
Wait. People are complaining on the internet?
Yes.
Wait, what? That never
That
happened.
they are going to have to basically pony up $5.99 a month just to watch a Star Trek series. Now, I am kind of in their camp that I really don't want to have to pay for another streaming service just to watch a show that I really like. But I wanted to throw it out to the boys as, this is maybe one of the broadcast network's ways of combating their online challengers, Netflix and Hulu and all those folks. What would you say if you were a Star Trek fan? And do we have? Jeremy, you can just relax for a little bit. So Gary and Keith,
What do you assume I know nothing about Star Trek?
are you guys Star Trek fans?
I like Star Trek. I'm not like an uber Star Trek fan. I don't like speak Klingon and all that kind of stuff.
No.
But I grew up watching Star Trek on reruns on TV, and I think in like second grade I was Spock and my brother was Kirk for Halloween. It was great. One of the best Halloween costumes ever. So yeah, this is weird and sort of disappointing. Well, I guess bittersweet's probably a better way to say it, because it's like you get excited.
I like weird and sort of disappointing.
Yeah, okay. Both. You get excited, new Star Trek, and then you're like, oh, but they're doing this weird thing on something that no one's ever heard of, and it costs extra money. But then I start thinking about it and rationalizing, going, okay, so $5.99 a month. And they're going to have, I don't know how many episodes. It's going to run weekly probably. So they'll probably do like 24 episodes in a season, maybe 20 or something like that. So you're going to have this service for 6 to 8 months. So the smart people will just cancel the service after the season is done and then restart the service. So you're not paying for the whole year. But then the other thing is, $5.99 is actually not that much money. If you look at the cost of a single issue of a comic book, and compare that to the cost of a month of watching Star Trek on TV, it seems like a pretty fair price for what you're getting. Even if you only just watch Star Trek. And for me, what it means is I'm just going to cancel DirecTV. I've already downgraded it to where I'm paying not very much. We pretty much now only watch Hulu and Netflix. And if CBS has their streaming thing, there's a couple of shows on there that I really like. I'll just dump DirecTV and go a la carte via the streaming services and be done with regular broadcast television. And that
we're already down to Netflix and Amazon and over the air.
Right, now it should be noted that CBS All Access will feature current shows that are on their broadcast networks as well as historical shows.
Yeah, which are not on Hulu. So for me, I'm looking at it going, okay, if I pay $14.99 a month for Hulu to get the other networks, and then add another $6, so I'm paying $21 plus Netflix is $10. So right. I'm paying, let's say, around $30, let's say $35. We'll round up with taxes and stuff. That's my entertainment. That's a lot cheaper than what I'm paying now for DirecTV, and I'm happy to pay that to get the shows I really want to watch, as opposed to 400 channels that I don't give a shit about.
Okay, let me interrupt here for a second.
I was done. You don't have to interrupt.
I'm interrupting anyway, because that's how I roll.
News.
Here, I just pulled up on a whim the top 10 best CBS shows of all time.
Okay.
All time.
I love a
This
good
is the
rule.
kind. This is the kind of stuff you're going to see on CBS All Access.
Wait.
Can we-
This
can
is
we-
like a game we need to guess.
Can we guess? Yeah, can we guess?
Yeah, let's guess.
All right,
Let's
yeah.
guess.
All right.
Let's do some. Here's what we do. I got devise some rules. We have 3 contestants: Gary, Jeremy, and myself.
Yes.
You get to guess one of the shows. If you're right, you keep going. If you're wrong, it goes to the next person. And the object of the game is to be the last person standing. Or
Last
the
man standing.
One, last one correct.
All right. Last man standing. Top 10. Would you want to do top 10? Or you want to increase it to top 20?
I can't even name 10 shows that are on that show. Network,
I
so.
can, but that's all right. Let's do top 10.
All right.
Oh, we
top
know
10.
Rob's gonna win anyway, but so I get to go first because Rob.
I'll go last. I'll go last.
All right.
Okay, Murder She Wrote.
Murder She Wrote. Not.
Oh!
And
right
I am
of the
out.
gate.
And I am out of shows
You're
on
not out.
CBS.
You're not out.
No, I don't
of
know any
shows.
more shows that were on CBS. so.
Was Murder She Wrote is number 31 for the record. 31.
Wow.
All right. Gary.
We're talking all time?
All time. Go way back.
Shit, I don't know what network that show is on. I'm going to say Law and Order, but I can't remember if that was on that network or another one.
NBC.
That was NBC, so okay.
All right,
Then,
Rob's going to correct you so you can make another guess.
okay, Rob, to me before I actually answered. Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch. Is that even a CBS show? I don't think so.
Also
Rob just won on the first
Yeah.
round.
I am good at this game.
You are great at this game as long as it's NBC.
That's right.
All right. I'm going to shoot for the stars, try to knock off the number 1. And I've been sitting here, haven't been
Magnum
typing.
PI.
Oh, he's going to go with Magnum PI. Magnum PI is number 17, not in the top 10, but up there.
All right.
I got one. Woo!
All right. So that's the kind of quality programming you're going to
Did
get.
not get one. All right. You ready? I'm going to say I Love Lucy.
Number 1 all-time
you.
CBS show by a landslide.
Let me guess.
See, that's not fair because all those shows were in reruns when we saw them, so they weren't
You
even
said
on
going
CBS.
way back.
Yep.
I know, but when we saw them, they weren't on
I
CBS.
will
They
also
were on some
say,
weird
since it was
channel.
mentioned previously, Hawaii 5-0.
Hawaii 5-0. The original Hawaii 5-0 is number 20.
Oh! Damn it. All right, then next up, Jeremy.
he doesn't even know.
Jeremy says pass. Okay, Gary.
Person of Interest, which is a CBS show that I actually.
Oh no!
really
Wait!
like.
I thought of one.
Okay.
CSI.
CSI.
Oh.
Is CSI the original? No,
Yeah, the
CSI
original.
Crime Scene Investigation. The one with Ted Danson, believe it or not. Number 16.
Nope.
Well, that actually is the original. It goes all the way back. He just was the new actor in the
he was
original.
the new actor. Yeah, that one comes in at number 16.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
So-
getting better.
So, Gary?
Person of Interest. I'm going to go with Person of Interest.
Person of Interest. I will warn you that the later, these more recent shows,
Not going to be
a
on.
lot farther down on the list.
I know it's not going to be in the top 10, but it is on the network. Where is it?
It is not in the top 50.
That's bullshit.
All
This list
right,
is
The list stops.
my guess.
And it does not include Person of Interest.
Let's go for another high one. I'm going to say All in the Family.
All in the Family is number 4, Rob. Number 4.
Thank you. Let me guess. I think this was a CBS show. Let me go with. Oh, the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Number 6. Number 6 on the list is the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Rob, are you sure you're not like 65 years old?
Not entirely. Let me say. Now, this is one of the highest rated shows, but I don't know if it's on the list.
They're the highest ranked on Ranker.com.
Okay.
Cheers is NBC.
Cheers to NBC.
60
we'll do an NBC
minutes.
Show. 60 minutes is number 10. The end of the list. 60 minutes squeaks in.
Boy.
Would have thought it was higher myself.
Yeah. 60 Minutes was one of the highest rated television shows every week consistently for a very long time.
No, we are using Ranker.com, which is public opinion. It's not.
No, is that RANCOR?
No.
How about... I'll just take a shot in the dark. Newhart.
I don't think it was CBS.
The Newhart was NBC. The Bob Newhart Show is CBS.
I do not see that in the top 50.
Oh, what about Happy Days? Happy Days.
It's ABC.
ABC.
Damn it.
Honeymooners.
This game sucks. Can we move on?
We can move on at any point.
Honeymooners.
Let's find
Let's
that.
just run through the top 10 and
this
I
game
want Rob
sucks
to
'cause you
miss
can't
one
do
of
it.
the top 10.
The Honeymooners is number 18.
Good. Now we can do the list.
All right, here's
The Simpsons.
Number 10.
Fox.
We know is 60 Minutes.
Yep.
Number 9, The Ed Sullivan Show.
Oh, sure.
Oh wait, Carol Burnett.
Number 8, very good, Jeremy. That would have gotten you points.
That is very good.
Number 8 is The Munsters, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
Rerun Happy The Munsters on CBS.
How about Dragnet?
Number 7 is The Late Show with David Letterman. I can't believe none of you came up with The Late Show. And to be honest, it should be higher on the list.
I keep thinking ratings, and it's not instead of a vote.
Number 6 is The Dick Van Dyke Show. Number 5 is The Andy Griffith Show.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't realize that was CBS.
How can you miss that
Leave
one?
it to Beaver.
Number 4, All in the Family. Number 3, another one you're going to kick yourselves, MASH.
That's right. MASH started on CBS. Started on NBC and then went to CBS. Yep. Damn it.
Number 2, The Carol Burnett Show. Number
Pretty good.
2, and number 1 we've already said is I Love Lucy.
Which, okay, so on this whole Star Trek pay service thing, I mean, I guess they're doing it for the cord cutters, which is
no. They're doing it to sell that stupid service.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
No, I agree with you.
They're absolutely not encouraging cord cutters. They are encouraging people to pick up an extra service in addition to cable. That's all they're doing.
My question would be, though, why they wouldn't go to an established medium, go to Netflix, do like what Marvel does.
Because they want you to buy the CBS things. CBS gets some revenue.
None of the CBS properties are generally available online. Occasionally you'll see them on Amazon.
Person of Interest actually is on Netflix now. I recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I'll check that out.
A lot of CBS shows on Netflix. I can understand not doing Hulu because that's an NBC Universal-owned company.
You're right. So a lot of the CBS stuff is starting to show up on Hulu, but a lot of times it's not even current within last season, though.
No.
They're doing their own channel, though.
Right.
That's their distribution through Apple TV.
Yeah, right. And they'll eventually pull their stuff off of Netflix.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they're really trying to push their own service for anything current, and one of the ways they're going to do that is through the Star Trek thing.
I just think they're already putting themselves in a hole and maybe shooting themselves in the foot by going this route.
Well, the thing is, they've always felt that Star Trek does not garner the ratings on live TV that it should. So this is their way of saying, okay, you psychopath Star Trek fanatics, buy our service.
But the paradigm of viewing has shifted, and we DVR shows now. We never watch shows live. There will be a zillion people that DVR Star Trek.
It doesn't matter. It's but I mean, even back in the days when I started watching, really got into Star Trek was in Next Generation days, and that was, nobody. It never got great ratings.
Well, it was
No, but
syndicated,
it
so it
was a
wouldn't.
great show. I watched a lot of that.
There
Yeah.
you go. So anyway, more to come on that. We'll see how it works.
Did you hear that, Rob? I watched a TV
Maybe
show.
that's awesome. Maybe once we hear what the show's going to be about and who's in it,
20 years ago, Jeremy watched
that
a TV
might
show.
help them out. As of right now, all we're told is it's going to be a new series with new characters. So it's not
I
going to be.
think they're doing
Next
it based on the
Generation cast.
J.J. Abrams.
It will be in the J.J. Abrams universe, whether it's the same
cool.
timeline or before or after. Who knows?
It'll be
Is there
out.
a lens flare plug-in for Google Hangouts here?
Plenty of lens flare. Okay, second topic, a real quick one. Peter Jackson. Now, if you watched The Hobbit, and a lot of you did, including me,
Unfortunately.
you found it to be sorely lacking from the quality that you got from The Lord of the Rings. And Peter Jackson came out in the last couple of days and basically kind of sort of apologized for the quality of those films, which is kind of interesting because they're releasing today or yesterday the extended edition of the last film. He basically what he said was when Guillermo del Toro was going to direct the films, that he had a story concept in mind which featured a lot of changes from the original storyline. And then when he left the project and Peter decided to pick up the reins, Peter Jackson, he wanted the time to rework the story and to which would involve, changing all the production, changing the shooting location, all that kind of stuff. And Warner Brothers, the new holders of this film trilogy, said no. They had a hard date for their release, and they said, we want the film out on this date. So basically, Peter Jackson was forced to shoot the film that basically Guillermo del Toro had written, which is kind of sort of exactly like a slap in the face to Guillermo del Toro. It's very interesting for a multi-billion-dollar trilogy, which The Hobbit it was, not even The Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit trilogy was multi-billion-dollar. To come back and say, look, we're sorry, it's not the film that we wanted to give you.
I'm actually care less because I kind of forgot about The Hobbit. I tried to erase that from my mind. The last one was just so abysmally blah that I don't even care.
What I'm gathering out of this is the dogs are excited.
They don't care either.
What I'm gathering out of this is we can equate the Hobbit series of Lord of the Rings to the prequels for Star Wars?
No, prequels were better.
They were not that bad.
Come on.
No, the prequels were way better.
I disagree with you. The Hobbit series was better than the prequels.
Bullshit.
Absolutely.
You're drunk.
Absolutely better.
You Got Mail is better than the prequels.
Let me tell you, I'll say this. There were elements of both
Way to compare apples and, skyscrapers.
There were elements of both the prequels and the Hobbit trilogy that were awesome, that were really well done.
Have you guys read the Jar Jar Binks thing about the prequels? It was out a few weeks ago on Reddit.
Yeah.
How essential Jar Jar Binks was to the story?
Yeah.
He's a Sith Lord.
I did read that.
That's priceless.
I think it's probably accurate.
I think it is.
Because he is pure evil.
Yeah. So, anyway. 10%.
He actually, a lot of people equate him with the element of chaos, chaotic evil that was thrown into the mix. So, all right, our final topic, it's actually folds into one of my picks for the week. Adele is releasing her new album, 25, and I am unabashedly, I don't even care what Jeremy says. I'm a big Adele fan. I think she's got one of the best voices in the generation. And her new album's coming out this week, and she has decided to say no to streaming of her music to places like Spotify and Apple Music Radio and other places to stream it. She just wants it bought, either MP3s or CDs. And I'm going to go out there and applaud her for it. Go ahead. And I don't know what the other boys think, but there are a lot of artists out there now that that are denying streaming because it's saying it's hurting their brand.
Okay, if you're going to deny streaming, then you have to deny radio.
Yeah,
Why?
it's
In my opinion, they are the same.
the same thing.
They are the same.
The thing is
In
that
fact, you get more money from streaming of your song than you do of it being played on the radio. So to play it on the radio and deny streaming is actually bullshit.
It's just a publicity move, and she can do it because she already has.
She's going to sell she can do it because she's going to sell a gazillion.
Oh yeah, and because she's super popular and blah 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 blah. It's still bullshit
and this
crap.
Saying this gets her name out there more than it would otherwise.
The next thing she's going to do is sign with Sony, and everybody's going to have a rootkit on their computer because they want to play Odell CDs. Oh wait, that was 10 years ago. But same thing. Still bullshit.
I say good for her. You can market yourself however you want. If you don't want to be played on the radio, fine. If you don't want to be heard streaming,
yeah, I mean, there's got
it's up to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's but I don't applaud her for it.
Well,
I think it's stupid. I have an opinion. And I think to isolate streaming and not the radio is just stupid. To see it as people stealing your music when people have been taping off of the radio long since before I was in high school, because I did it.
You and I know there's a difference between an individual bootlegging something off the radio and basically institutionalized bootlegging.
But streaming is not institutional.
It's not.
In fact, it's harder to capture a stream than it is to record it off the radio. To record it off the radio on your computer. To grab a stream is a pain in the ass. You need specialized software. It's easier to actually bootleg it off the CD over the internet than it is to copy it off a stream. So you're punishing the wrong people. You're punishing the people who are trying to pay for a subscription service that actually pays more money per song streamed than a radio pays per play.
Yeah, Jeremy nailed it in that BitTorrent. What this is going to do is drive this online and allow people to pirate it.
It's an idiotic, uninformed move.
To me, it is an old paradigm of how the music industry did their business a long time ago, and they're not able to understand and adapt to a new millennium.
It is proof that Adele and her people do not understand the technology.
Well, that's not necessarily true because
it's absolutely true.
Hold on, because
also true.
Her first two
albums.
That's
what Rob's saying, and that's not true.
Her first two albums are available on those services. She's just not making her new album available.
Yeah, it's a game to get money off the initial release. That's what they're trying to do.
And why not? Because as it is, music artists today, their impact monetarily, what they're recouping on their recordings, has been severely depleted, mostly because of streaming. In fact, most artists
mostly because of record deals.
Bullshit.
It is not from streaming. That is bullshit right there. That is a complete lie, and I'm not going to let you continue that sentence.
That's incorrect. I am not. Most artists used to make all of their money.
No, I will stop the podcast.
Most artists used to make all of their money from their recordings, from their records, their tapes, their CDs, and only used to go on tour to promote those things. Now they go on tour because they're not making the money off of the recordings.
They haven't made. That's been you're like when you say most artists, you're talking about like
promotes the purchase
100 years ago, because it's been this way for a very long time. The artists make their money off of tours and merchandise, and record labels make their money off of album sales. That's been the paradigm for the last 50 years.
You're absolutely wrong.
Oh my God.
That was the case before
3 out of 4
entered into the picture.
People don't agree.
That's okay. 3 out of 4 people can be wrong. I have friends that are artists too. You may have friends that streaming or how the internet works or how Spotify works or whatever. But I can tell you for a fact that friends that I have that are in the business are telling me that they have their people that they sing for, either backup or that go on tour with them, say that the artists are not making money off their recordings, that they have to go on tour to make any money.
It's been that way for decades.
That is the record company spinning bullshit, is what that is.
No, but
they hope to God the artists are too dumb to call them on it.
It's been that way for decades. The record labels make money off of records. The artists make their money off of touring and merchandise. That's the way it's been.
Yep, I agree.
So my actual take on this is that this is because Taylor Swift wasn't on the freemium services where you had to where there was a free offering, until she actually is on Apple Music, because Apple doesn't have a free. They have a trial period, but they don't have an actual free version like Spotify or Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to happen is after, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, Adele is going to show up on something like Apple Music or Spotify as an exclusive. Or somebody is going to pick her up as an exclusive. So they're doing this only as a temporary thing to get the initial album sales, and then that album will be available for streaming on some service as an exclusive for a certain period of time, and then we'll all forget about this.
I agree. I agree with that.
That's what's going to happen. This is a money grab, pure and simple, and I think it's actually kind of a shitty way to get money, because Adele is going to make millions or billions of dollars off this album no matter what. She could stream it tomorrow on Spotify or not, and the incremental income from record sales off the initial couple of weeks is not going to make or break her life.
That business model is no different than a movie studio putting their films in theaters for 3 or 4 months and then pulling them and then releasing them on DVD later on. It's the same thing. They want people to go to the theaters to make the money off of the film, and then they'll make that money again when it's released on streaming.
And I have no problem with her making this choice. What I have a problem with is her segregating out streaming versus radio. If you want to see an example of this working way, way, way back in the day, look to Metallica. Metallica's music was never on the radio. Was never allowed on the radio, or wasn't allowed earlier. They didn't want it on the radio. They didn't make anything that was radio friendly. Whatever, however you want to do it. There was no radio play of Metallica. It's spread by word of mouth and by playing the albums. So great, you want to spread that way? You want to do it that way? You want to force people to buy your stuff if they want to hear it? Great. Don't put it on the radio. Don't put it on the radio too. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to pick streaming out of the mix and say streaming is killing us, no, there's no streaming radio on the internet is not any different than streaming over streaming radio over the radio waves.
That's my opinion.
Any different.
That's not what was in the story. That's my opinion. That's not what she's saying. Gary is right.
This is me telling you this.
Good. I'm fine. It's fine that you think that. It's fine.
Wait. I just want to go back to something Rob said. Real quick.
Okay.
Rob said Gary is right.
Yeah.
Okay, time for picks.
It is absolutely a money grab. No, this is excellent podcast radio. So, and by the way, we provide our content free every day and every week. So there you go.
Because no one will pay us.
And if you want to put it on BitTorrent, woo!
Let me tie this up in a little bow.
God bless you if you put this on BitTorrent. God bless you.
Let me tie this up in a little bow and maybe kind of breach the gap between where we have disagreements and just say this is probably a bad case to use.
I love when Rob breaches gaps.
Thank you. This is probably a bad case to use for saying, streaming is bad or radio is bad or doing recording is bad, because someone like Adele or Taylor Swift, it's a bad case because they're going to sell millions of albums and millions of downloaded recordings no matter what they do. It doesn't matter. So it doesn't prove my case. It doesn't prove Keith's case, because no matter what happens, she's going to make $1 zillion anyway. So arguments, I think, are to be made on either side for lesser-known artists and whether the value is there.
Yeah, and they're exactly right, because there's several lesser-known artists that exist solely on streaming.
You're right. And there are several, and there are tons. We all know tons of lesser-known artists that started out by giving away their music on streaming for free.
Yep.
The point, I guess, is that Adele doesn't have to. So she can do what she wants. You think she's shitty for doing it? That's fine.
I don't even think she's shitty for doing it. What I don't like is the segregation of one type of media when there's another type of media that's been doing it longer, and no one pays attention to it anymore.
But following the capitalistic model, she can choose whatever medium she wants.
Absolutely, and I God bless her for making a decision on anything.
See, gap breached.
Lord knows, I'm impressed when she can think her way outside of a song.
To be honest, really, I just can't wait to have a good cry when that album comes out. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Thanks, Gary.
I won't be listening to that album.
I love Adele.
Probably at all.
Anyway, our final segment tonight is we're going to come together once again in brotherhood and beer and make our picks for the week. Our half pint segment coming at you right now. And my friend Jeremy, and he is my friend. My friend Jeremy is going first tonight with, it looks like a British sitcom title, Bernard and Edith.
That does sound like a British sitcom. So
I watched that British sitcom.
Yeah.
Unless it was
those
on
old
streaming.
shows.
And
I love those old shows.
I wouldn't watch it on streaming.
It's about two people
Takes money out of the artist's pocket.
and queens and kings and servants
And Bernard's kind of racist, and Edith's
a little
trying
bit,
to,
yeah. Yeah. So Bernard and Edith is a band that you probably have never heard of because they are small.
Are they offering their music for free? That's the important thing.
You can stream it on SoundCloud, and they have a couple of their earlier EPs as a pay-what-you-want model.
There you go.
Their new one has a couple of tracks on it that really stand out to me, reminiscent of Cocteau Twins, kind of electro-ambient kind of stuff. If you like that sort of music, you might like them. I'm really enjoying it. It's growing on me quite a bit.
What kind of music is it again?
Electro-ambient kind of. You know Cocteau Twins?
Yes.
Yeah.
So a little bit reminiscent of that is the closest I can compare it to. And they also do some weird stuff with a steel drum, which reminds me a little of XX.
Hey now.
It's not exactly like that. But yeah, it's interesting. You can listen to it on SoundCloud if you want. See what you think of it.
You know, Jeremy, if you and I ever get a chance to actually meet in person, we're going to get like a couple growlers of beer, and then we're going to go back to your place and just listen to your CD collection or your MP3 collection.
Well, we can do that.
Because we have such the same taste in music.
I think you'll like this stuff.
It's called
I'm listening to Heartache now.
Taste is turpentine.
This is fantastic.
I would recommend Crocodile as an intro. I think that video is on
hear you
YouTube.
over it now. What would you recommend?
Crocodile. I think that video is on YouTube.
Crocodile. I'm gonna scroll down SoundCloud
Poppy.
here.
There's something called Poppy and Heartache are on those on YouTube. I am not finding them on Apple Music, oddly enough.
Heartache is on SoundCloud. It's like the second one, and it's fantastic. I love it.
All right,
that's my pick.
So
Bernard
go
and
look out for Bernard and Edith, and look for all those famous catchphrases. All right, Gary and I both have some shows we want to talk about that have either just debuted or about to debut on Netflix. Gary, what's yours?
I'm really torn. I had a hard time coming up with a pick for this week because I have so many of them. So can I do 3?
Sure, Gary. Break whatever rules you want. It's the first.
Right. You're usually the one saying hurry the fuck up, so I don't know why now you're going to have 3 picks.
I mean, we got no soundboard, we got no live stream, but hey, pick anything, whatever you want.
Yeah, go ahead, pick 4.
No,
One
I'll
for
just
each
do one.
season.
I'm gonna skip my Netflix one. I only put that down because I was trying to think of something, and then Rob put Netflix, and I decided to put Narcos on there. But I'm actually gonna.
Have you watched Narc? I need someone to tell me about that.
That's not my pick. I can't talk about it.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
It's like a documentary. It's good.
It keeps showing up as recommended to me, and I haven't clicked it yet.
I would watch it. It's good. I mean, what I like about it is that it's done kind of in a documentary style, but it's a drama.
Nice.
It's good.
And I love that I'm hijacking your pick with your own pick.
Yeah. So my pick is actually going to be Spectre because.
That was so good.
Yeah, I thought Jeremy would pick it for sure, but he didn't. But I went and saw Spectre last weekend, and it was so good, like Jeremy said. It was, to me, very much a James Bond movie. Had a lot of elements of James Bond, this like huge villain who's trying to rule the world, gadgets and cars and women and just the classic Bond stuff in it. And I know Daniel Craig said some stuff in the news about whether or not he wants to do Bond again and issues and stuff like that. It was a very entertaining, very Bond movie, and it was nice to just kind of get out of your life and into a nice suit and tie and an awesome car for a little while, and forget about everything and absorb into Bond. So I would choose Spectre.
It was very much definitely a return to old Bond,
Yeah,
which
that's
some people like and some people don't. I kind of like the way that they were going with the more realistic Bond, and so I don't for this film Spectre wasn't as good as Skyfall. I think Skyfall is by far my favorite Bond movie ever, but it was good. It was really good. I wish they had developed the character, the villain, the head villain character a little bit more, and had developed Spectre organization a little bit more. Myself personally.
yeah.
But they left the door
did that.
wide open for a sequel.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it. Actually my 13-year-old went with us, and we watched Skyfall a few days before we went and saw the movie, because I thought I hadn't seen the movie Spectre, obviously, but I kind of felt like she needed to see something beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So she watched Spectre and she watched Diamonds Are Forever
Mm-hmm.
prior to going to see this.
That's a classic.
Yeah, and she actually likes Sean Connery as Bond better than Daniel Craig. So
Well,
Now we have
half her brain does.
now let's hear from our resident Bond lover, because as much as Gary and I love Star Wars, let me tell you, Keith loves James Bond films.
I do.
So
And-
let me real quick here put in a bonus pick for a website called thesuitsofjamesbond.com, which lets you know all about everything James Bond has ever worn ever. Okay, your turn.
Oh.
Keith, were you able to get to see Spectre?
I was, and interestingly enough, we had an opportunity to go to the movies last Friday when we had the kids already at the babysitters, and we were planning to go to a friend's house, but there was an illness and we couldn't, so we went out to dinner and we were going to go to a movie, and we could not find a damn theater to show it at a time that worked for us, so we didn't end up seeing Spectre. We ended up coming home and watching something else entirely. But so no, I haven't. But I have read a lot of the reviews, and I think I would like this one because I like the return. My first Bond movies were the Roger Moore movies, which is kind of the
Bond
classic.
at his campiest.
Yeah, the classic campy Bond. I went back.
Much more of that, yeah.
Yeah, I went back and saw the Roger Moore ones. Or not the Roger Moore.
Actually, I would probably...
Sean
Jeremy,
Connery ones before that and after that.
Jeremy, I think you probably would agree. I think this is probably closer to the Sean Connery type Bond. It's not nearly as campy as Roger Moore, but just a slightly more campy.
That's exactly what it is again. And most people who have seen all the films would equate it to Sean Connery, which has its moments of campiness, but its moments of awesomeness. And that's where they're putting this one, and I think that's kind of where my favorite Bonds are. You can never a Bond that is too serious is a different movie entirely. You can't.
So then you didn't. So then you really didn't like Skyfall.
I liked
That's a very serious Bond.
I liked it. I liked it a lot, but I don't know if it was my favorite Bond out of the bunch. I got to have a sense of humor with my Bonds.
Okay, fair enough. What is your pick for the week, Keith?
My pick is, well, Rob, you can sit down for a little bit because this isn't going to involve you. It's a Chrome extension, and I know you can't launch Chrome and can't use Chrome.
It did just launch now in the last 10 minutes. It's launched now.
So, reboot your computer every now and then.
I rebooted 20 minutes
but anyway,
the show, you asshole.
It's a Chrome extension called Common Hangouts. And what this does is, Google Hangouts as a web app has always been a little iffy. It works great on the phone. iPad, Android device. But as a web app, you can kind of pop it out of your email page or your Google Plus page, or use it in those pages, but it's never been really easy or custom, and especially if you start using multiple Hangouts, it gets pretty ugly pretty fast. Common Hangouts is an extension that turns your Google Plus Hangouts into a web page that kind of along the lines of what TweetDeck used to do. So you can have different Hangouts in each column. You can keep track of them all. You can if you've got a big monitor, you can spread them across the whole screen and track everything that's going on. And although with the revamp of Google Plus, it's possible that Google Hangouts as a text chat thing are going away. I think this is a great little way to get them back, even if you're using the new Google Plus, because you can just click this and you get all your Hangouts in one page. It's free, and give it a try.
Okay. My pick for the week is another Netflix show. Marvel's Jessica Jones is going to premiere tomorrow.
So you're picking something you haven't seen.
Correct.
You can't have two picks that haven't even come out yet.
I know.
Absolutely, I can.
Rob is picking into the future.
He's future picking.
Yeah.
He's picking his ass, is what he's picking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's likely that this isn't going to suck, but come on.
I actually have done things that are about to premiere.
I know. We never liked them, though.
The week before
It's the third season.
Force
It's about time we
Awakens.
talked about this.
The week before The Force Awakens comes out, I will be picking that. So shut the hell up.
That's just dumb.
You can't pick something that hasn't happened yet.
Marvel's Jessica Jones is going to happen basically in the Hell's Kitchen in Harlem area where their Daredevil series is set. And it's going to be very much a rated R version of Marvel's universe. This is a very adult series, so do not let your kids watch. It's not
Exactly like Daredevil.
Yeah.
No. It's going to be even more adult than Daredevil was, if you can.
So there's
believe it.
going to be naked boobs.
Yes,
You're talking about boobies.
There's going to
boobies in
be
this?
Yes. There's going to be
Because no
And,
one's ever seen those before.
Oh my God.
I'm just telling you. Hey.
Jeremy.
They live to pick on me, so that's okay. But from all the early reviews that have come out, it's one of the better dramas to come out this year, and of course the early people are buzzing about it being an Emmy possibility. I'm going to hold my judgment on that until I've actually seen it. But the clips of the scenes that I have seen, I've actually watched the first 5 minutes, and I will tell you it looks pretty good. So watch with me, won't you, when Jessica Jones comes out tomorrow.
That premieres tomorrow?
Yeah.
The ASCII art that video or audio watchers, listeners of the show are never going to see is just amazing. Jeremy Brooks' ASCII boobs.
I don't know where
are blowing my mind.
So this show has been one for the books. I think if you are going to put the Pine of No Return in a time capsule and open it up in 50 years, you could do far worse than to put Season 3, Episode 1 in that time capsule and just stamp right on the top of it, WTF, because that's what we've provided for you tonight. We've had Imperial Stouts, we've had whiskey, we've had knockdown, drag-out fights about poor little British Adele, and Star Trek and all that kind of stuff. It's been quite the episode. So we don't have any theme music because Keith didn't prepare, and basically this whole thing is for shit.
Aren't you an opera singer? Sing us out.
Sing you out? No.
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Well, because you're the only person with a voice that can sing.
Yeah,
No,
you don't want me to sing
I
us
want
out.
to hear you singing some like Rolling in the Deep or something.
And Gary, fuck you. I'm not an angry drunk.
Wow, he does read the chat room too.
I do. I'm not an angry drunk. I've been so.
Any statement that starts "fuck you," I'm not. Probably means you are.
No, I'm not. Pineapple No Return Show. The end.